10:06. And we decided that since we follow Robert's Rules of Order, we really should say the Pledge of Allegiance. And we happen to have a flag here in this room, so we'll start from here. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Good. Okay.
And there we go.
Okay, and Kevin already did the roll call. We have Stephanie, Alita, Joanne, April, Deborah, Mary, Maria, myself. Anybody else join us since then?
So, well, I do have.
Yes. I'm sorry. My name's Myra Lavasser. I'm from the Waterbury
hi,
Senior
Myra.
Center. Hello.
Yep. Good, gotcha. Okay. How about Lisa? Is she on? I know she was on vacation, so maybe she's still getting caught up. Okay. All right. So we don't have anybody here in the room with us other than us. So I guess we don't have any public comment today.
Well, so I'll do one quick aside. We have a new staff member who will be starting Monday. His name is Elliot Wareham. He will be taking on the GWTD in the next couple of months as he onboards onto our agency, but he will be starting this Monday. So we're all excited to have him. Elliot, I don't know if you want to say a couple quick words. Elliot, I can see you, no one else can. And you're muted. There you go.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, good morning. Just excited to start.
Great to have you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so he'll be shadowing you, or he's
And he'll
gonna.
be shadowing you for the next meeting, and then he'll most likely be taking over.
Okay, so the next meeting is not till December. Okay, perfect. All right, great. All right, so did everybody get a chance to read the minutes from our June 8th meeting? Does anybody have any changes to them, any edits?
Nope.
And if not, could we get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Capoletti.
Thanks, Joanne.
You're welcome.
I'll second that.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Okay, motion passes. All right, so now Kevin's going to give us a financial update.
Yes, as I shuffle through all these various files. Please hold on for 1 second. This one. Okay, so I think you have it in front of you, but I will share my screen here on Zoom for those who are remote. And if anyone here in person would like to come over to my screen so you can see what I'm seeing.
I think we all printed them. We did.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the GWT balance sheet. This is just our balance sheet as of August. Honestly, nothing super crazy or remarkable here. Just our pretty standard financial situation. I will bring up that municipal grant program. Amy Marks, I believe at DOT, retired a couple months ago. So everything for that is delayed and in a little bit of a limbo situation as DOT tries to figure out what to do.
I have a question on this.
Yes.
People's Checking, has that moved over to M&T since People's was bought out?
I have a notice at my office about that. I believe so. I'm not.
Yes, officially as of the Labor Day weekend, it is M&T, but I haven't updated it in the books yet. They haven't sent me any M&T documentation for the transit district yet.
Based
Okay,
on all
great.
the issues they're having in the news that I've heard, that might be.
Yeah, well, the NBCOG accounts with Peoples have been a nightmare. So last week I was freaking about whether or not we'd get paid because I couldn't
Oh,
get hold of
wow.
anybody in the Treasury Center, but it all worked out in the end.
Thank goodness.
Okay, is that Trish?
Yes, that was Trish.
Okay, thanks, Trish.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes.
That's okay. You can see us, we can't see you. So it's just the way it is. Okay,
Oh,
All right.
okay.
And now I'm looking at the profit and loss detail. Again, not too much here. We have a bank service charge and professional fee. We're technically, our income is technically under, but as for these kind of things, it makes sense. And also it's not a large number, only at 25.
yeah, that was for the CAC. membership. Mhm.
And then now I am looking at the ridership update. So now now we're.
never got.
Hmm?
We didn't get that.
You didn't get that?
Yeah, we
Okay.
did.
I didn't. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter.
Well, so now we're in a new fiscal year, so we're
Yes.
comparing now from 23 to 22. Right now, we only have July and August of this year.
Mhm.
July is about the same, but August we have a pretty big uptick for both dial ride and non-ADA.
Yeah,
So
what do you think that's attributed to?
I think the people are finally building places, all the vaccines are finally rolled out. We have the new Omicron came out, what, a couple weeks ago? The
Mhm.
I'm still looking to do. So, I think people are finally on the move again.
Also, the free fare also.
Absolutely.
Also,
Yeah,
free
the
fare-
free fare is getting people out a lot too.
That's good. It's working. Because once they get used to it, then they'll keep doing it and then they'll pay for it.
Hopefully. What I hope doesn't happen is come December, the free fare stops and all the ridership just drops. I hope that's not the case.
Mhm.
So those are my 2 updates.
Okay, anybody have any questions for Kevin? No? Okay. All right, the fiscal year 2023, we need,
Yes, I believe I sent that as an attachment, in a separate email, so that is just the fiscal, as you said, that's the fiscal year 2023 approval. I don't know if there's any questions regarding.
We're
it.
talking now about the budget.
Yes, yeah,
so no big changes really.
no.
It's pretty much what it was last year.
Correct.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the fiscal year
move.
2023?
I'll move that, yes, that it be accepted.
I'll second. Capoletti.
All in favor?
I,
Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. Thanks, Kevin. All right, are you going to talk about the?
Yes, I can talk about the 2023 audit, just a little bit of an update. We got the information from provided by you beginning of this month. We sent it off to the auditor. And nothing has happened since, so that it's a work in progress, trying to get them to move on. So the audit is currently in progress.
For 2023 or 2022?
This is for 2023,
Oh, okay,
no, 2022. Trish,
Yeah.
How the figures up, 2022.
okay. Right, because usually we get something by December to
Okay,
look at. Right.
so work in progress on their end.
Mhm. Okay, so it's in progress. All right, great. All right, and now, does everybody have their copy of the bylaws?
I do not have mine. I didn't have it. Does anyone have an extra?
Let me see. I can give you the full updated one,
Oh,
and I'll work off of what we changed.
And I will give this back to you. too,
Okay.
'cause
That's fine. Okay, so we met a couple of times and we went through, we made sure that anything that was in here matched with the Connecticut General Statutes, Title VII for municipalities. And there aren't really any significant changes, so let's go through that, and then I have some questions on some of what is in here. As some of the roles that are in here, because I don't believe we have all these roles assigned. Okay, so Article 1 didn't change. Article 2, we added in the first section at the end of the sentence with an emphasis on diversity, equity, and inclusion. That was our way of getting that in there. Okay, just kind of generally. And then with objectives, especially elderly and disabled persons who do not have adequate transportation services. Because some people do, but some people actually use our services. And then in membership, we added that it was within the Greater Waterbury Transit District boundaries. Right now, we have 9 towns. 8 towns. Thomaston's not listed there. Because we didn't know if we could grow this at all. We didn't know if like a town like Beacon Falls, if they had a transit district, if that was something they would be interested in joining us. We didn't know with NVCOG if that was like going out of bounds or not. So we just said in the boundaries here. And then we didn't change anything else until we get to
Section 4, Article 4.
why am I missing this? What did I didn't print it all?
And I didn't print section 4 either.
No.
Section 4. Was it the board of directors part of it?
Section 4 vacancies.
Oh, yeah, what it did was for some reason it printed out with the strange page in the middle and then it goes to section 4, article 4.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah, it's like a weird way it printed.
I don't have any changes here, though. What did we change in there?
Just a few bits of wording there where it says when a director steps down from her position, we decided that it could be a him too, so we called it their position.
Right, we made that change across the board.
And there's also in the next line, appointed by the member municipality being represented, that we didn't, the word municipality was plopped in there on that line, and on the end, the following, any vacancy shall be filled by the respective member municipality again.
Right, okay. Okay. You have all these. Can you do the rest of them?
Well, I think I do. Article 5. Under Executive Committee, which is section 6, it says officers shall form the executive committee, which may meet publicly or privately in accordance with, and instead of citing the exact statute, which was somewhat already changed by the state, we made it current regulations.
Yeah,
I remember doing that. Right?
And the same held in Article 6 under meetings on section 5 procedures. Again, that same statute was cited, and actually it doesn't exist in that order, in that number anymore. So we wrote outlined in current regulations.
okay,
So this one that you gave me actually has the statute. And
Oh,
after that,
okay.
I don't have any further changes.
okay.
Section 6, and in this one, if this one is, which it seems to have been going along, changed with what you had mentioned, these two cite the statutes in both
Okay,
areas.
could you just
Mark it?
mark it for
Got
me?
it.
I must have missed that when I was
Yeah, mine was-
What
updating.
section is that?
So the one you just said, current
Section
regulations.
6, under officers and executive committee, right?
Mhm,
Where it says in accordance with Connecticut general statutes is in here.
mhm.
And then under meetings, section 5 procedures, it's the same statute.
Yeah, so both of them should be changed, and I missed the second one. Okay, all right,
Which is what I think I said, but okay.
okay. All right, does anybody have any questions or want to make any other edits? All right, so my questions now, according to this, is that we have a secretary. Is the secretary Lauren?
Yeah, and we fine.
Okay. So we need to put that in here, that's where that role is, it's from the NVCOG. Okay, and then the other question was, are you the transit director according to this? Or is it Maria?
I don't
It
know.
sh-
I'll-
It should be Maria.
Okay, that's what we thought. Okay. Does anybody have any other questions? All right, I will, if not, I'll update this and send it out.
Yes, there was one other thing, one other issue that we weren't absolutely sure on, but maybe had a discussion that I don't know about. We were wondering in the matter of a quorum, whether in fact, what constituted a majority? It says was it in terms of the number of people you represented or just one person, one vote kind of, it wasn't really, we weren't really sure if I recall.
Is this the section you're referring to is under meetings, section 4? Where it says quorum is defined as either a simple majority of total votes present or as a simple majority of all members
Yes.
represented?
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah, that was it.
Because we really don't know. We never count noses exactly.
I know when we conduct meetings in our own, for here, for our municipality, Board of Selectmen, Board of Finance, whatever board we're on, it's usually a two-thirds of the group. So if you've got, let's say, 8 members, you'd have to have at least 5, I think.
Mother's doctor.
Yeah, it's 2/3.
Excuse me, I really need to take this. My mother's doctor. Hello?
I'll just quickly say while Betty's out, I mean, I'm not an expert on Robert's rules, but if the board has a particular definition of quorum that is appropriate, I think I'll admit my ignorance, but I don't think there's a strict legal definition of quorum, except that it's more than the majority of members. So if anyone has any.
Usually it would be either one more than half.
Yeah.
That's the normal, but some boards have to have a 2/3 representation. So whichever way we want to go,
And that's exactly
But
right.
the way this is worded, it's so loose, we really don't know.
I mean, if
So-
you want to include a definition that's one more than the half, that seems sensible to me, just to clarify, unless anyone has an objection.
well, you can read Robert's rules. It'll tell you. I know like for most of my boards or commissions that I'm on, most of them are more than half.
Yeah.
But there are certain, like our town council has to have like a 3/4 majority to take certain actions. So, I mean, you can look at Robert's rules and just go by whatever comes up first, I guess.
It really sounds like it's something that the board can decide.
And that's why it's written rather loosely.
I mean, I think for us, one more than half is appropriate for our purposes.
What I'm trying to say is, I don't know how many total members there really are, and what we have now sitting around the table is, and on Zoom, if you count up noses, you maybe have 8 or 9. Is that enough?
Well, we have 2 people from Cheshire, 1 from Middlebury, 2 from Naugatuck, 1 from Prospect, 2 from Southbury, who we never see, 1 from Thomaston, 4 from Waterbury, 1 from Watertown, 1 from Woolkit, and then Maria, who's a non-voting member.
So what's the
So-
total? What's the total?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15. So we would need 8.
Yes, so right now we do have 8 people, so technically we would have a quorum now.
Okay.
So 8 people will satisfy them. Fine.
So are we changing the wording or are we gonna go?
Yeah, essentially, I'd like to know what. Well, if we say a simple majority, that would be 8 people unless it changes over time. So can we go with calling it a simple majority?
I mean, we can say a simple majority, or we can say 2/3 majority for voting, however you guys want to do it. I don't think we're ever gonna get 2/3 majority because we're always missing a couple people. So one more than half should be good.
Okay. Yeah, so let's just say a simple majority.
We'll leave it like it is. then.
Yep. Mhm.
I just wanted to know.
Yep.
But now we have a number. This is good.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Any other discussion on the bylaws? All right, great. Thanks, everybody. All right, so branding the GWTD. We were thinking, well, I was thinking really, that it's hard to distinguish what this logo is. We think it's kind of like a person getting on a bus or something, but we didn't know if maybe it's time to update it and give us a whole new look. And so I created one that came out on the flyer for this meeting with the little bus and Greater Waterbury Transit District spelled out. I don't know if when people look at GWTD, if they know what that is. So
You want to hold it
it's,
so that the camera can.
thank you.
So for everyone online, this is what it looks like. Or this is the current idea.
I mean, and I'm not married to it. It's just, I think that it'd be great if we could just update it. So just think about that and think about maybe if we should do that. I will send out the flyer that will look pretty much the same as this for the December meeting, which is going to be at the Cheshire one.
Yeah, at the
And
senior center.
at the Cheshire Senior Center. And that is December 14th at 10. Okay. So if we are going to start getting our public involved, do we need to do some more marketing? And one of the things I was thinking, do we need to have a little subcommittee that is a marketing / public relations? Someone who would work with Kevin or the new person, what was? Elliot. Someone would work with Kevin and Elliot to make sure that we have the information on the website, that we as in our towns get the information to our town websites, get it to our senior centers and any other municipality facilities that we can think of. So I don't know if anybody wants to, let's discuss that. What do you think?
Betty, I would love to volunteer to be a part of that marketing. I'm already
Okay.
pretty much on the ground out here, so I think it wouldn't create a lot of excess work for anyone because I'm already doing it, if that makes sense.
Oh, great. Okay, good. That's April. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody want to join April? I mean, I'll join you too. Absolutely.
We can also provide additional staff support from
Okay.
NVCOG, just depending on your direction on that. I mean, we're definitely engaged in greater public outreach overall in connection both with federal requirements and also with our Metropolitan Transportation Plan update. So, we'll coordinate offline to just see, how we can support GWTD in that.
Excellent. Great.
Betty, I also have a question. I'm going backwards a little bit, but do we
Okay.
have plans on anyone from the COG or the Waterbury Transit District to contact Beacon Falls to see if they wanted to join the transit district?
We don't, that didn't come up. I just don't know. Is that something that NVCOG would entertain? Ask, getting Beacon Falls involved in
Sure.
this, or-
I mean, that's been an issue that we're evaluating for let's say for further study, is basically that central portion of the valley area that has fairly limited transit options, in particular on both the, for the fixed route side, but also, looking at accompanying ADA service. I mean, basically, we've had a very large scale Route 8 alternative mode study that's completed and is available for review on our website, that offers some general guidelines on enhancing the service to that segment. And, we want to follow up on that. We do have some additional funding due to the new federal legislation. And, that's definitely an area where we want to follow up on either ADA service, flex route, which is basically variable fixed route service, and also just conventional fixed route. So we'll report back to you in December, I think, when we have a better sense of how we're moving forward on that. But obviously, in the meantime, we can do some outreach and see. We have a staff member who works with Beacon Falls as their contract town planner. So we have a very strong, day-to-day relationship with them. So we can also find out how much interest there is. Obviously the contribution towards membership is relatively modest on the municipal side. So, it seems like a win-win, but we can reach out initially to see, whether that's something they want to pursue.
Okay.
I'd like to mention that Trish mentioned in chat, when GWCD was established, it was limited by existing bus service areas or where previous ride services were disabled were located. So if Beacon Falls doesn't have a fixed route, it might be more difficult to implement the transit district into Beacon Falls, but I think that will be something we'll be able to work through and figure out.
Okay, great.
Great. Thank you.
Okay, excellent. All right. And then another question under the branding. Do we liaise with the municipal agents for the elderly?
I am.
Yeah, I know.
I'm the other Cheshire, so you do with me.
In Cheshire. I know I don't in Prospect, but I think maybe I should be working with the new director of the Prospect Senior Center. I think she started already.
Can I speak for Cheshire?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, I think it makes sense because we're the ones who get the information out and we're the ones that have to have that knowledge base in order to be able to educate the public on the town level. So I do think that to have a concentrated effort to get involved with the municipal agents for the elderly within the towns, I think would help educate the towns as to what's available to them, the advantages of being involved, having representation and having people access the service. That's my thought on it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, anybody have any other thoughts on that? Or, some of you are probably already doing this anyway, liaising with the agents, yeah, or the commissioners. All right, then we can move on to the Northeast Transportation update, Maria.
And nothing new to report. I mean, we have seen an increase in ridership, but we feel a lot of it is due, to the free service going on right now. I have a feeling, once it gets back to payment, it'll drop down again. But for the most part, I mean, we're doing the best that we can. We're in the process of hiring. If anybody knows anybody with a passenger endorsement looking for a job, send them down. But that's about it to report.
Okay, thank you. Deborah is also looking for
A driver.
a driver in Thomaston. She has somebody who's retiring, so.
Actually, he's already retired.
Oh.
Jim Harrison. So we've gone from 2 to 1 driver and we've had to cut back on our normal schedule was Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays to different areas. We've had to revamp the schedule a little bit to accommodate that dropping Thursday. So we want to reinstitute, but we only have the 1 driver right now. So we have been interviewing, but with to date, no success really. I mean, we have maybe one possible.
Okay.
So if anybody else out there knows of one, let us know.
Okay. All right, anything else we would like to discuss? Open discussion with our public here? No, okay, there's nobody. Has anybody had any comments from the ridership or anything like that? No. Guess we're all doing a good job.
I have one friend who needs a ride and is very happy with Cheshire. So this is good.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah.
I would like to state every so often I get an email that floats into my inbox, someone inquiring about our services, and then I send them along their way. It's like maybe once every month or so. So there are people who are still interested in seeking out our services.
Great, that's great. Okay. All right, well, our next meeting is December 14th at 10 o'clock. And it's going to be at the Cheshire Senior Center, Maple Avenue,
Yeah, 240 Maple Avenue.
240 Maple Avenue. There's plenty of parking at the senior center. And if there's nothing else, need a motion to adjourn. Deborah, second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, we'll see everybody in December.
Yeah, this is December.
Okay.
Have a great
Thank
fall.
you.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.